And hello, everybody, and welcome to Stebbins Field here in Greenville, Ohio. I'm Mark Bixler, and it's been a while since we've done a game here at Stebbins Field. I would say probably the spring of '04, maybe the spring of '05. Those of you who watched, we did the Ansonia Bethel game earlier this week. Those of you who watched that ball game know probably a little bit, but if you didn't, we've lived in Alabama since the fall of 2000, or Alabama, in Illinois. I lived in Alabama from 1991 to 1997, but lived in Illinois since the fall of 2005, and that's why you haven't seen much of our work here on Greenville Public Access Television, but we are back, and it looks like we will be working with the interactive media class coming up, and we are just about ready to get underway as Katie Fisher steps in, and that is fouled third base side. So if you have wondered where M. Bixler Video Productions, the sporting events airing on GPAT, have been, well, that's at least the county schools. We know Alex Warner and Ty House have continued on working with GPAT as they did prior to working with us. A 1-0 count as that misses high and away, and it's a 2-1 count. Pitching for Greenville will be Ashley Haynes. Pitched in the first game, a 4-0 shutout of the Tigers. That ball's lifted into shallow left field, and the shortstop for Greenville making the catch, as that is Kelly Martin. So if you're scoring with us, F6, the out recorded.
This time a total refurbishing of the playing surfaces was in order.
So 1 out, top of the first, and that brings up Allison Philippi for the Lady Tigers. That ball is lifted into center field, and the catch is made. So 2 outs quickly. F8, Philippi goes out. Then this spring, 70 tons of Alabama rock was struck in from Birmingham. Making the catch was the center fielder, as we said. That's Taylon French. At bat is Olivia McEldowney. She pitched the other night against the Lady Bees of Bethel, getting the complete game 14-4 win, a 5-inning win. Haynes delivers, misses inside. So a 2-0 count on McEldowney.
It is one of the best in the area and will provide a great experience for all of GSA players.
My name is Mark Bixler, owner of M. Bixler Video Productions. We're glad to be with you, and as we said, we'll be making our way back to Haynes, and she'll flip it on to Albright at first, and the Lady Tigers go out 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. We'll be back with the bottom half, the Lady Wave, coming to bat in just a moment. This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us. And we welcome you back to Greenville, Stebbins Field, a 0-0 ball game as Greenville will get their first crack here to get things started in the bottom half of the first. It'll be Paige Walter, the catcher, Kelly Martin, the shortstop, and then Kayla Hirschbarger, who is the third baseman. So Walters stepping in from the left side. I'm Mark Bixler, glad to be back with you here on Greenville Public Access Television, GPAT. And that a called strike, I believe. 0-1 the count. Bill Johnson behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. And in the bases, it'll be John Dillon. Fisher delivers, and a swing and a miss. And Walter down in the count, 0-2.
be a part of something positive.
4-0 win in the first game of the doubleheader here as Greenville getting that. They scored a run, I believe it was in the third
Thank you very much.
and the fourth, and then they added 2 more in the sixth. That misses high and away, so it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count against Walter. And as you hear in the background, you hear some announcements being made. It is opening day for Greenville Girls Softball Association. Misses high, and it evens the count at 2-2. This has been a wild week, I guess you could say. Of course, we met with the Dark County Fair Board. We'll be videotaping some events during the Dark County Fair, and that's a swing and a miss. So Fisher getting a strikeout as Walters goes down swinging, and there's one away as Kelly Martin steps in. We reached the Fair Board approved a proposal that we made for videotaping events at the Dark County Fair for 2012 coming up in August, and we'll be back for that. And of course, then we videotaped the game Thursday night up at Ansonia when they hosted the Lady Bees. Then we were scheduled to do a game last night with Springboro, but unfortunately the Lady Wave game with Springboro was postponed due to the fact that Springboro had to play a divisional GWAC matchup. However, that game was rained out. That ball's lifted down the right field side, foul out of play. Then we thought they were going to be playing Covington at 10 o'clock, so we sent our request to Covington to do it. By the time I got back, as that's fouled back, so it's a 2-2 count. By the time I got from where I was staying to Greenville High School, that had changed. And Covington was not going to be playing today. That ball's lifted into right field, and Jenkins giving chase, makes the catch. And there's 2 out. F9, Martin is out.
And they are the winner of a pizza party whenever they desire.
So 2 outs here in the top or bottom half of the first, as that is fouled back first base side. And then they were to play Ansonia, which is who they are playing. We were initially told that the first game would be picked up in the second inning of a suspended game. However, they started it from scratch. We were not notified of that, as that ball's hit into right field, and that could be trouble. Drops as Harshbarger will coast into second base safely. So the 2-out double. As Ashley Haynes steps in now. The pitcher, and she takes the ball. It's a 1-0 count. So we had made arrangements to go ahead and tape this ball game. If we had known that they were not going to, the first game was going to start from the get-go, we probably would have videotaped that one. And as we said, that a 4-0 win by the Lady Wave. Fisher delivers the 1-1, swing and a miss. That's a ball, 2 strikes on Haynes. The Lady Wave has, for 10 years in a row now, they have won 20-plus ball games, 20 or more. That ball's lifted down the right field side, but foul. And also wanted to say that they are in the midst of a 13-game winning streak. But the most impressive, as we said, 10 years in a row, as that's fouled back.
We would like to have everyone involved in the company.
10 years in a row, they have won 20 or more games. That is very impressive. Jared Newland, the coach of the Lady Wave. Floyd Jenkins, the coach of Ansonia's. That ball is caught. F9. Haynes is out, and that completes the first inning. 1 inning in the books. We're scoreless between Greenville and Ansonia. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped. Welcome back to Stebbins Field in Greenville. Mark Bixler with you on Bixler Video Productions, and it's good to be back in Darke County doing some ball games. That's our first time back since the spring of '05, probably. As that bat is Kelly Sewell, and that is going to be caught by the shortstop. So F6, Sewell out, and there's one away. One out. Abby Alexander steps in for the Lady Tigers. No score. We're in the top of the second. A little low, and it's a 1-0 count. Well, as we mentioned, the changes, potential changes, and it looks like they will be taking place from conversations that we've had with the interactive media class. They're excited about it. With Greenville Public Access Television, we'll be working with them. As that is a swing and a miss, and it's a ball, 2 strikes on Alexander. One away as Sewell popped out to the shortstop to start things off here in the second. No score. Haynes delivers, and the ground ball to the first baseman as Albright picks it up, scoops it up, and steps on the base. It's 3 unassisted if you're scoring with us, so 2 outs here in the top half of the second. That brings up Brooke Jenkins. Swing and a miss. Jenkins down in the count, 0-1. As we mentioned, Bill Johnson calling balls and strikes. John Dillon, the umpire on the base paths. A ball and a strike against Jenkins. Haynes in the circle as she readies to deliver the pitch. It's on the way, and that's popped on the infield. Haynes calling for it, makes the catch, and the Lady Tigers go out 1-2-3. So after an inning and a half, it's still a scoreless game. Ansonia and Greenville. This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us. Back at Stebbins Field for the bottom of the second inning. It's a scoreless ball game, nothing. As leading off for the Lady Wave here in the bottom half of the second, it'll be Erin Albright, followed by Haley Luce and Rachel Class, who is the designated player for the Lady Wave. Fisher delivers, and that's a little outside, so it's a 1-0 count on Albright. Fisher delivers, and a called strike at the letters, outside corner.
Come on, 1-8, get yours.
Come on, Aaron, let's go.
Couldn't reach that one. Get this one.
Okay.
Delivered, and that misses away, so it's a 2-1 count now on Albright.
Right.
On deck, Haley Luce for the Lady Wave. No score, bottom of the second, and that a called strike at the letters. Evens it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a program that has, under Coach Jared Newland at Greenville, has been taken to a new level. McEldowney on to first, Albright out. 5-3 if you're scoring with us. As we mentioned, Newland taking the program here at Greenville to the next level, winning a state championship in 2007. Floyd Jenkins has taken this program to the next level at Ansonia as well, as they didn't win a state championship, but they did make a Final Four appearance in 2009 in Division IV, and that the first Final Four appearance of any Ansonia sports team in the history of sports at Ansonia. They've gotten to the Sweet 16 in boys basketball a couple of times, but unable to take that next step. But the young ladies in 2009 did. So that is fouled back. So a ball, 2 strikes on Luce as Rachel Class awaits on deck. 1 away. Fisher delivers, misses, go outside, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Luce, a strikeout victim. The second strikeout by Fisher, and that brings up Rachel Class. This is low. It's a 1-0 count. Rachel Class wearing number 14 this morning. This afternoon, actually, as we're past the noon hour, and that taking a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. 2 outs. As Fisher looking to set down the Lady Wave 1-2-3 here in the second. Little number in front of the plate, and that rolls foul. They'll pick it up quickly. I always taught my young ladies when I coach softball, get that ball as soon as it rolls foul, you get down there and pick it up. Don't take the chance of it hitting a piece of dirt and rolling back fair. Fisher delivers, and a swing and a miss. A strikeout victim. The third of the game for Fisher, and that retires the Lady Wave. They go out 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the second. We head to the top of the third, still scoreless. It's Greenville and Ansonia. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent, Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped. And we welcome you back. We are at Stebbins Field here in Greenville, and a scoreless ball game, no score. We are in the top of the third. As for Ansonia, it'll be Brooklyn Wampler, Kayla Rader, and Holly Hammaker. Wampler, the second baseman for the Lady Tigers. No score, as we said. Haynes delivers, and that's a swing and a miss. So Wampler down in the count here, 0-1. This is our second look at Ansonia. We got to see them Thursday night against Bethel, the Tigers, the Lady Tigers, and that misses low and inside. A 5-inning win over the Lady Bees, 14-4. Actually, if you want to get right down to it, this is our third look at the Lady Tigers because we were able to watch the first game of the doubleheader, but the Lady Wave pulling out a 4-0 win, shutting out Ansonia. Haynes set to deliver, and that's right up the middle. That's nice pickup by the shortstop, but she is not going to be able to make the play at first, but still Kelly Martin diving for that ball, keeping it in the infield and preventing
number 16, Kayla Rader.
Wampler from heading to second base because it's likely she probably would have been held to just a single, but she could have moved up to second if it got out into the outfield. Kayla Rader at bat now for Ansonia, and that misses low, so it's a 1-0 count. Ansonia threatened a few times in the opening game, but unable to push anything across. A line drive to the shortstop, and they're going to get the double play to the second baseman rather. So coming up with that, a great pickup. And I have two third basemen, so we're going to have to double check that. But Rader out F4, and then Wampler out 4-3. So 2 outs now as Holly Hammaker steps in. What a way to end the rally as that's taken a strike on the outside corner, and it evens the ball count at 1-1. Hop foul, out of play, and it's a ball, 2 strikes.
1-2.
I do that once in a while when I write down the lineups. I'll put a couple of players down for the same position. Good pickup, Martin on to Albright. That ends the third for the Lady Tigers. So after 2.5, it's Greenville nothing, Ansonia nothing.
To acknowledge former Lady Wave.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
And is sitting up here behind the backstop.
Back in Greenville at Stebbins Field, a 0-0 ball game as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Greenville sending 8, 9, and 1. It'll be Taylon French, Brianna Greer, and Paige Walter.
Come on, Tater.
As we set a scoreless ball game, and that is lifted foul, first base side, so an 0-1 count on Taylon French. Mark Bixler, I'm Bixler Video Productions, certainly glad to be with you here. And if all goes well, according to plan, we will be back next fall doing some high school football, volleyball, and some soccer games as well. And that misses low. It's all about the release. As Fisher just kind of shook her head.
I have Dayton Dragon raffle tickets for tomorrow's game at 2 o'clock. There are 4 tickets.
A 2-2 count on French.
If you're interested.
Fisher delivers, misses inside, so it's a full count. Ground ball back to Fisher. Picks it up on to our first baseman. That is Holly Hammaker. So 1-3 if you're scoring with us. One away. French retired.
Greenville, number 1, sophomore.
And it brings on us Greer, the second baseman. Fisher again picks it up on the first, pulled her off the base, and the one out. We'll have to wait and see what they officially give that. They're going to give her a hit.
Come on, Paige, let's go.
And for Greenville, number 13, senior catcher, Paige Walter.
So a base hit. And we swing back to the top of the order in Paige Walter.
Double swing. Pee-wee.
This is low. It's a 1-0 count on Walter. No score, 1 out, and 1 on for the Lady Wave. We said Bill Johnson behind the plate calling balls and strikes. John Dillon, that is fouled back.
Gotta be quicker, Paige. Gotta be quicker.
So it's a ball and a strike.
Full big bat speed here.
Come on, Pee-wee.
Well, Greenville got a double play thanks to a line drive. That fouled back. Bunt attempt, so it's 1-2. No score, bottom of the third. That misses outside, evens the count at 2-2. Ansonia looking to get out of this one, although not a major threat at this point, but still misses, and it's a full count. A walk here would put them at first and second and only 1 out. So the Wave would be threatening at that point, but right now, get that runner down to second, and then with just 1 out, then you've got a potential threat, and that is fouled back, and it remains full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is the second game of a doubleheader between the Tigers and the Lady Wave, the Lady Tigers and Lady Wave. Greenville taking the opener 4-0, and that fouled back, and here it's a scoreless ball game, so kind of mirroring the first game to a little bit. We'll have to see what happens here in this inning. Lifted down the left field side, and that is going to drop out of play. So still a full count on Walters. I still have 2 third basemen, though. We got to figure out why that is. I may have to go back and look at my score sheet. That misses. So the battle there won by Walters as she draws the 1-out walk, and that puts them at first and second
Courtesy runner for
the Lady Wave, and Kelly Martin.
Running for Paige. At the plate for
Bean Blossom, Emily Bean Blossom will run in, be the designated runner for Walter. Kelly Martin steps in. She flew out to right field in her first trip in the first inning. No score, but the Lady Wave with runners at first and second and only 1 out. That misses high and away. And it's a 1-0 count on Martin. Kayla Hirschbarger due up next. Pitch on the way, and that's lifted, popped on the infield. Infield fly roll. So the out is retired, whether she made the catch or not. So F4. And there's 2 outs, as the infield fly rule is in effect if there's under 2 outs. 2 outs, actually under 2 outs, the infield fly rule would be in effect. and thus the call. Line drive, that is going to get a run in. And scoring is the designated runner, the play at the plate, and they got her. And that retires the side. They do get a run. And Walter Harshbarger reaches on the hit. Walter's gunned down 8-6-2, and that ends the inning. After 3, the Lady Wave getting a run in that half of the inning. They lead it over Ansonia 1-0. Back with the 4th in just a moment. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped. Back at Stebbins Field, it's a 1-0 lead for the Lady Wave of Greenville over the visitors from Ansonia.
Leading off the top of the 4th, Lady Tigers.
Lady Wave getting a run in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, rather. We're in the top of the 4th. Haynes pitching for the Lady Wave, her 4th inning of work. Coach Newland told us that she would probably pitch a little bit and then he would bring a sub in because Haynes pitched all of the first game, getting a complete game win. That misses and it evens the count at a ball and a strike. Haynes set to deliver. Scooped up by the 3rd baseman on to Albright. And the out is retired as that is Kayla Harshbarger, so 5-3. Fisher is out, and that brings up Allison Philippi. One away as Philippi takes that. I believe it was a ball, so it's a 1-0 count. Haynes set to deliver. That's right back up the middle, but Martin gets the throw to Albright in time. And there's 2 away.
Number 6, Olivia McEldowney.
So Philippi goes out 6-3 if you're scoring with us, and that'll bring up Olivia McEldowney. Grounded back to the pitcher, the 1st inning. Chopper again back to Haynes, picks it up, on to Albright, and the Lady Tigers go out 1-2-3. We've completed 3.5. It's still Greenville 1, Ansonia nothing. This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Leading off the home fourth, the Lady Wave.
Back at Stebbins Field in Greenville, a 1-0 lead for the Lady Wave as stepping in to bat, Ashley Haynes, the pitcher.
Come on, Ash, let's go.
And she lifts that ball into right field, and that could be trouble, and it is caught. Brooke Jenkins there, so Haynes out F9 if you're scoring with us, and one away here in the bottom of the fourth.
Greenville number 18, junior first baseman.
Looked deeper than it was, actually, from this side. And Aaron Albright steps in. A 1-0 lead for Greenville, and that misses outside. It's a 1-0 count. Fisher delivers and a swing and a miss.
Nothing up in your eye, Bobby. Come on now.
It's a tough one, and from playing days and having coached, that's a tough one for girls or guys, for that matter, to stay away from. A ball, 2 strikes. Is that taking a strike? Fisher readies, delivers, and that is a line drive foul. So it's still a ball, 2 strikes. That lands fair. That was trouble, but about a foot foul. Swing and a miss. Albright goes down swinging, so 2 outs here in the fourth.
Batting for Greenville, number 5, sophomore left fielder, Haley Luce.
At the 4th strikeout for Fisher.
Bat speed, Haley. Bat speed. Keep your head in. Keep trying the ball.
As Haley Luce at bat now. Fisher delivers, misses away. It's 1-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth, a fast-moving ball game. But that's what's happening when you see a lot of 1, 2, 3, or just a runner on, and that is going to be caught by the second baseman, as making that catch is Brooklyn Wampler. So F4 if you're scoring with us, and the Lady Wave go out 1, 2, 3 after 4. It's Greenville, the Lady Wave 1, the Ansonia Lady Tigers nothing. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped. Back for the 5th, we've got a good one here. It's a 1-0 ball game between the Lady Wave of Greenville and the Lady Tigers of Ansonia. 2 county schools. This is the first year they've played, and I'm going to go out on a limb. I know it was the mid-'80s. I think 1985 is the first year that these 2 squads, since then, this is the first year that they've hooked up.
Leading off the 5th for Ansonia, number 4, Kelly Sewell.
And that year, Greenville winning. So right now, Greenville leads the series 2 games, 2-0. But Ansonia would like nothing better than to end Greenville's 13-game winning streak and pick up their first ever win over the Lady Wave in high school softball. Abby, check that, Kelly Sewell at bat. This is low. It's a 2-0 count. Haynes set to deliver, the 2-0 on the way, and that misses inside. So it's a 3-0 count. That ball's lifted into right field, and there to make the catch is the right fielder, as that is, well, I'm not sure. I believe that may have been Rachel Class. If that's the case, we do have a change, but the way the designated player and the flex player is, you can move them around. Haynes delivers. It's a ball and no strikes. Johnson, as we mentioned, calling the balls and strikes, and that misses high and away, so it's a 2-0 count now. The pitch on the way, and that's popped. Albright giving chase and unable to come up with it. So a 2-1 count. Mark Bixler with you. I'm Bixler Video Productions. Certainly glad to be with you here in Greenville, Ohio. That's our first time back since the spring of 2005. Maybe even 04. Fouled back off of the umpire. And the count even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1-0 the score. Greenville over Ansonia. Getting that in the bottom of the 3rd. That misses. As Abby Alexander, we do have 1 out. Ground ball, Martin scoops it up quickly to the first, and they get her. Good pickup, good play by Kelly Martin, going to her right to gobble that up and then throw out Alexander. So 6-3 if you're scoring with us.
Number 15, Brooke Jenkins.
And Brooke Jenkins will step into the batter's box for the Lady Tigers. We've completed 4 2-outs here in the top of the 5th. As Ansonia finds themselves on the short end of a 1-0 score right now. They do have 1 hit, and Greenville only with 2. That a called strike evens it up at 1-1. So we've got a pitcher's duel going right now between Haynes and Fisher. And right now, Haynes getting the better of it. Chopper foul. So it's a ball and 2 strikes now on Jenkins.
1-2. Right here, right now, those small kids.
Chopper. That will be picked up by the 3rd baseman on to Albright. As that was Harshbarger to Albright. So 5-3. Jenkins out if you're scoring with us. After 4.5, it's still Greenville 1, Ansonia 0. This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us. Back at Stebbins Field, a 1-0 lead for the Lady Wave as they lead the visitors from Ansonia.
Come on, Ratchet, let's go.
Leading up for Greenville, number 14, junior right fielder, Rachel Class.
Rachel Class at bat. And she struck out in the second to end the inning. It's a 1-0 count. Fisher delivers, misses high. It's 2-0. Nice day for softball. It's just almost perfect temperatures. It's been a little warm and humid the last few days as that is taking a strike, and it's a 2-1 count now on Class. Fisher in the circle delivers, ground ball, and picked up by the second baseman on 2.
0, 5, 6,
And I believe we have a
7,
new first baseman as Abby Alexander is
once again,
at first.
0, 5, 6, 2, 7.
And that is fouled back, so Class out 4-3 if you're scoring with us, by the way, as Talon French steps in. Brooke Wampler, the second baseman, gobbled that play up with Class. That ball's lifted into center field, and settling in and making the catch, the center fielder. And Kayla Rader, I believe, is the center fielder. And that is fouled back.
Get on top of ball, Booth. Get on top of it.
Fouled straight back. So 0-2 the count. On Greer. This is low and away. French, by the way, if you're scoring with us, out after 8. The last batter, Greer, sees the count at a ball, 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss, and that gets past the catcher. The throw down to first, not in time, so it'll go down as a strikeout, but she reaches. On the pass ball.
Greenville, number 13, senior catcher, Paige Walter.
And we swing back to the top of the order as it will be Paige Walter. 0 for 1. She reached on a walk, though, last inning, or in the third inning, rather, and was thrown out at the plate. Called strike.
One you, Paige.
0-1 the count. That, a little never, and that's going to be Rader on to second, and she is safe. You think you're going to get the sure out, but doesn't quite get it there. And we're going to have a courtesy runner.
Jordan Harder.
Jordan Harder will be in to run for Walter. So Greer reaches on the fielder's choice, or Walter rather reaches on the fielder's choice. Greer at second base. So the Lady Wave threatening again, but there's 2 outs.
Deep right center.
Misses away. That's a case where you're kind of leaning toward second base, but it might have been more advisable because you knew you were going to have a close play at second to bring it to first to end the inning, and that could be some trouble. Jenkins giving chase and can't come up with it. So 1 run scores. The second is on the way home. She will score. So Greenville gets a little more in, as back in safely is Martin. They give her a hit, but I don't know.
Come on, Kayla, drive it.
I'm going to say an error because that was easily caught. And 2 runs in. That was in her glove and popped out. I got to give her an error. Shortstop on to first. They get the force. They get the runner. And that ends the inning. But the Lady Wave getting 2 more runs. We've completed 5. It's Greenville 3, Ansonia nothing. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped. Back at Stebbins Field as we are in Greenville, we're hitting the top of the 6th. A 3-0 lead for Greenville over the Ansonia Lady Tigers.
Go, Kylie! Come on, Kylie!
Greenville looking for a sweep of this doubleheader, winning the first game 4-0. Right now leading this one 3-0. It'll be Brooklyn Wampler, Kayla Rader, and Holly Hammaker scheduled to bat as we have a new pitcher for the Lady Wave. There's Carly Lennon pitching now for Greenville. Swing and a miss. Got a unique pitching style. It's the windmill, but she kind of bends over totally and then brings it around. As that is fouled back, makes it a little more difficult to pick up the ball. Oh, 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Wampler out on strikes, 1 out. As Kayla Rader up now as Holly Hammaker.
Number 16, Kayla Rader.
Due up and close the books as Haynes goes 5 innings, giving up no runs and 1 hit. That misses as Rader has a 1-0 count. Back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. As Rader reaches their second hit of the game.
Number 5, Holly Hammaker.
And Holly Hammaker steps in now. So the Tigers looking to get something going here. They're down to their last 5 outs. Hammaker takes a strike and she's down in the count 0-1. Lennon delivers a strike at the letters on the outside corner. It's 0-2 on Hammaker.
Good job, Carly.
Lennon delivers. Misses outside. Didn't miss by much. A ball, 2 strikes.
Carly.
Lennon in the circle, readies, delivers. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Could have got the force at second, but she wisely not making sure she gets the out. And now there's 2 outs.
Number 3, Katie Fisher.
So Rader moves up to second base. 1-3, Hammaker goes out, and that brings up Katie Fisher. Good scoop by Walter. One and 0, 2 outs. Lennon delivers. Fouled back. It's even now at a ball and a strike. And the Tigers with a runner in scoring position at second base. We'll see if Fisher can get her in and make this a 2-run ball game. But there's 2 away. This is high.
Nice pitch, Carter.
What do you call it? Wow.
Little high. And that is a swing and a miss. So the count now evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Go, Carly, one more.
Come on, Katie. Come on, Kate.
A 2-2 Lennon on the way. Swing and a miss, and that ends the 6th inning. So Fisher, a strikeout victim. And after 5.5, we've reached the middle of the 6th. It's still Greenville 3, Ansonia nothing. This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
As mentioned earlier, Covington in this latest poll is ranked 6th in the state in Division 4.
Back here at Stebbins Field as the 5th-ranked Lady Wave leading this 3-0 over the Ansonia Tigers. They are ranked 5th in Division 2.
Senior pitcher, Ashley Haynes.
We'll mention a couple opponents of Ansonia who are state ranked as Haynes out 4-3 if you're scoring with us. Both Covington and Newton, Pleasant Hill Newton, both members of the Cross County Conference along with Ansonia, are state ranked. As we mentioned, Greenville ranked 5th in Division 2 in the Coaches Association poll. Covington received a first place vote this past week as we're recording this. Is ranked 6th, and Newton, Pleasant Hill Newton, is ranked 10th. Albright swings and misses, and the count evens at 1-1. One away, a 3-0 lead for Greenville. 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. That is up the middle, so Albright reaches, gets past the center fielder, and Albright is going to head to third base as she rounds second, and she is going to come home. So give her a base hit and a 3-base error. And that is the 4th run. Ansonia, that is an area that they have struggled in the games, the game that we watched them against Bethel. They struggled in the outfield, and they struggled in the first game in the outfield here this morning. This game, not as much, but they've had a couple plays that did allow
Come on, Haley, let's go.
Greenville to score. That is fouled back, and it's a 4-0 lead now for the Lady Wave as we are in the bottom of the 6th.
Keep your back shoulder up, Haley. You got it.
Haley loose at bat. It's an 0-2 count. One away. And that misses. And it's a ball, 2 strikes. Mark Bixler, I'm Bixler Video Productions, and we're certainly glad to be with you here in Greenville on GPAT, Greenville Public Access Television, and we are looking forward to the fall. If all works out well, we'll be working with the interactive media class at Greenville and doing sporting events, helping them out. They'll be running the channel, and that drops. So another error by Ansonia, their 3rd in the game, 2nd in the inning.
For Greenville, number 14, junior right fielder, Rachel Glass.
Chopper back up the middle. That gets into the outfield. So Class reaches, and that brings up Talon French. So with 1 out, Greenville threatening to open this one up completely. And that is going to be caught by Wampler. So F4, French is out, if you're scoring with us.
Number 1, sophomore second baseman, Brianna Greer.
So 2 outs, and Brianna Greer steps in now. Slaps it, but right at Fisher. And she is out 1-3 to end the inning. But Greenville leaves a couple stranded. They do get a run. We've completed 6. It's Greenville 4, Ansonia nothing. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped. Back at Stebbins Field, we could be down to the last 3 outs for the Lady Tigers. They trail this 4-0. They only generated 2 hits so far. Greenville with 5 hits, 4 runs. A couple of errors by Ansonia, actually 3. And for Ansonia, we have Allison Philippi up for the Lady Tigers. That is strike at the letters on the outside corner. So an 0-1 count as Lennon hoping to set the Tigers down in order to end this one. Lennon sets, delivers, and that is a rope to Martin. And she is right there to make the catch. So 1 away. F6. Philippi out if you're scoring with us. And it brings up Olivia McEldowney.
Number 6, Olivia McEldowney.
McEldowney 0 for 2 each time, grounding back to the pitcher. This is high and away. 1 away in the top of the 7th, so the Lady Tigers down to their final 2 outs. Potentially their final 2 outs. I need to say that. That's a swing and a miss, and it's even now at a ball and a strike. Four nothing the score, and that misses high, and it's 2-1. A little off speed on that pitch. 2-1 delivered by Lennon, and that is to Martin. She picks it up. 1-2 Albright, and 2 away. So 6-3. McEldowney goes out, and it brings up Kelly Sewell. She is popped out to the shortstop, and it went out to right field. And is 0 for 2, and that is hit into center field, and that is going to be caught as Talon French reeling that in, and the Lady Tigers fall once again, 2 straight games, as the Lady Wave take this 4-0, as that's what they took the first game as well, 4-0. We'll be back and wrap it up here from Stebbins Field in Greenville in just a moment.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on.
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay. All right.
They might surprise you.
Hey, she took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
And we welcome you back to Stebbins Field, as this one is history, as the Lady Wave sweep the doubleheader, taking Game 2 against Ansonia 4-0. They took the opener 4-0 as well. Let's recap this, as we were scoreless through 2, and actually 2.5. The Lady Wave getting a run in the bottom of the 3rd after Brianna Greer got on. She was able to come around on the base hit by Kayla Harshbarger, but gunned down at the plate was Paige Walter, and that's where we stood after 3, 1-0. After 4, it was still 1-0, but then in the 5th, the bottom of the 5th, the Lady Wave getting a couple on, and it all started after a strikeout, what looked to be a 1-2-3 inning for Ansonia against Greenville. Greer reached on a strikeout on a pass ball, and then was able to come around to score. Paige Walter reached on a fielder's choice on an attempted play at second base on Greer. However, it hit Greer in the back, and that allowed both runners to be safe, and then an error in that 5th allowed the 2 runs to come around to score, and Ansonia trailed Greenville 3-0 after 5. In the 6th, Greenville getting another insurance run with a couple of errors in that inning and also a base hit. Rachel Klass getting that base hit, driving in a run as well, and Greenville ended the 6th with a 4-0 lead, and Ansonia goes out 1-2-3 in the 7th to end this ball game. Ansonia no runs on a couple of hits. Greenville 4 runs on 5 hits. The Tigers committed 3 errors, and the final scores we mentioned: Greenville 4, the Lady Wave of Greenville 4, the Lady Tigers of Ansonia 0. For Bixler Video Productions, we're certainly glad to be with you once again here in Greenville, and we are certainly glad that we're going to be doing some things on GPAT. We'll be working with the interactive media class at GHS coming up this fall, and hopefully by that time they'll have taken over Greenville Public Access Television, running the channel. Again, the final score: Greenville 4, Ansonia 0. For Bixler Video Productions, I'm Mark Bixler. Until next time, so long, everybody.